Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. It's Shirley with Spirit of Matter. And right now I'm making myself a tiny little bit of oil. And oh my god, I see we have kittens. Oh, you brought your kittens. Yeah, we have extra kittens. I have two mothers with kittens in my house, so you're hearing them setting boundaries in the background. This is Jupiter day, moon hour, midheaven on Procyon. So we're gonna call on a little bit of Procyon vibes and Spica vibes, ascendant on Spica. Venus that squares Uranus, so it's not like a talisman, but I'm just going to call on the blessing of Procyon, of sweetening, releasing, and the blessing of Spica, which is justice, and have a little faith in justice with all that we see going on and what we're being exposed to, especially if you watch my channel. And that one is basically some nail oil, so it's going to be very intense. It's to release stagnation. I started using this oil when I had actually toenail fungi, and now I'm using them to release stagnation whenever I feel like I want to change from the core, to purge something. So turning to our teeth, to our hair, to our skin, and to our nails or bones is excellent. And nails are great for like completely renovating our lives, connecting with our ancestry lineage, purging things. It is intense. And I got a bunch of oils with me. We're gonna start with some classics, strong releasers, and this is red thyme, which is basically so antifungal, antibacterial, it's like it kills everything. It has the carbocols and phenols, which basically kills everything. And I'm going to add a little, taking that and treating it well. So a little bit of thyme, and it's gonna be strong thyme vibes. Thyme is amazing to release stuff, everything stagnant, and to kill everything bacterial that you don't want in your body. Then before I'll add, then of course the other all killer is actually clove, which is compatible for Jupiter day. And this is also good for your teeth if you're making like a tooth pasta or oil pulling. So that is really, really good. Again, releasing everything stagnant. So it's not just fungi, it's just also for most people, you want to use oil on your nails like consistently because you don't want to build up things, and until you get to see it when it comes to, you know, those things that take a long time, to Saturn related stuff. Gonna put some mint there, which is just excellent to lift up the vibe of the whole thing. Until you're going to see something, you're basically going to feel it, to experience it on a spirit level, on an energy level. You're going to feel your energies are heavy, you're holding on to things. And by the time you see something in your body, especially around the hair, the nails, it's already been there for a while. And this is the stagnation that we want to take care of before it forms. Some cedarwood. Cedarwood is great for grounding, but it's also great for releasing. And grounding, there's the part of releasing the old that is just evacuating, okay? All those oils that are not good when you're pregnant is basically the evacuation oils. They clear, they purge, they do all that stuff. Now, another part is actually the grounding. And cedarwood contains sesquiterpenes, which are excellent for grounding. Oh yeah, it smells like that smell that you cannot ignore. I'm going to bring in something more. Wait. Yeah. I knew I needed you. Oh, this is Angelica. Wait, no. This is magic, but it's a different type of magic. Yes. Oh, where are you? Oh my God, I can't find you. Okay. I'm not sure about it. Okay, I don't find it, which is very weird. Very weird for me not to find it. Gonna have to ponder about this because I don't think I ran out of it. Gonna let this one be. So Manuka is classic. Manuka is classic to release stuff because it's kind of like the light within the tunnel. And I think I told my Manuka story where I went to buy it and I said this is the light within the tunnel, and then there was a siren and we had to get in the train station into a kind of a tunnel and I put the oil in, so it kind of lifted the mood. Not a lot of it, but whatever it is. One unusual thing is actually resinoid. Why am I saying unusual? Because this is kind of like a vanillin passion, but again grounding amid chaos, which is helping. If stagnant things are created when we repress stuff, and we repress stuff when we're not grounded. Especially now where they're making trauma shocks to like the entire Earth population. This is where we want to pull in the resinoids. This is where, oh God, that's good. This is where we want to pull in the stuff that keep us calm and even keep the pleasure within, to enjoy our lives. Because if we enjoy our lives, this is a great antidote to people who try to make us not enjoy our lives. Okay? And that is the antidote to that, is to reconnect with joy. Another one is Elemi, and it's not particularly, this is a more holistic, very strong scent. And it's very good to kind of like balance opposites, Zen-like oil. That's what I call it. And I get some helichrysum because why not? Let's get fancy. The moon is now in Cancer, the beginning degrees of Cancer, releasing from a square to Neptune. It reminded me kind of like the surrender that comes with the Neptune square. And I'm using a controversial oil, which is Palo Santo. And this is connecting us. It's both like protecting, shielding energetically, but connecting us also with more love frequencies. Same for myrtle, very tender one. I'm gonna add a little bit into the mix. And of course I accidentally dropped one on the table, which is very likely a reason. With oils, it's like crystals, they want to be here right now. That's mandarin. Mandarin is a great oil for activity, to get yourself to do something. to do something about it, it's connecting the creative chakra with the expression chakra. And I have only like a couple of drops because I finished my measuring. A little bit of bitter orange, which I love to release anger. We get stagnant things usually because our boundaries have been crossed and we've not either initially been tapped into our boundaries or we didn't see a way to enforce our boundaries. So you understand how deeply important oils that release anger are to our system. Naturally, cistus, so rock rose, is classic for breaking glass ceilings, okay? Releasing traumas, which is so compatible with the Pluto, Saturn, especially in the medical field, okay? How we had in kind of like Netherlands related discourses, it's like I'm half Israeli, half Dutch. At this time, it is, you think like, oh, let's go to speak about Netherlands to escape of, and then you have the Olympics discourse, and it's kind of brought up so many dark things, but there's also potential for progress in our thinking, in stagnation in our thinking, where we are either idealizing like the people who are victims but not really letting them heal, or idealizing the people who made an offense, and so the only way to get some attention or resources is to commit crime, and kind of like to begin to change that, to begin to be actually inclusive in society, where we give place to the various parts in us. And so it's also in Israel when they begin to talk, this is Angelica, when they began to talk about, you know, the 2030 pedophilia agenda and all those like horrid arguments, this is where I remembered all the many cases and reasons people committed suicide because they were the children that survived this but not really got out of this, which is very difficult to convince like people who are decision makers, not because they don't understand you, but because they also been through this and they had to rape as well. So kind of the death camps of the expendable children. So those are kind of things to release the stagnation also around those systems. And I've been thinking about, you know, Pluto in Capricorn is kind of like, Pluto in Capricorn is going up the ladder. Like that's been in my 11th house, and I went from being like totally not really connecting with society to really being a person that kind of go-to person for people, and then kind of like go into a place where suddenly nobody knows me again when the Pluto is in Aquarius, and then somehow channeling people that have been in more of a key position than I even thought, and learning about expandable children and the cult from like people who've been there. Okay, and this was an eye-opening, but it's also kind of like Pluto in Capricorn is climbing up the ladder. Pluto in Aquarius is understanding how all-encompassing that which we call the cult is, and how it affects all our lives. And this is where we have kind of like the totalitarian state that's actually being built in the other Pluto. So I have been having these thoughts, okay, of how I completely, you know, it's also when you climb to the mountain, and then at the top of the mountain you can see certain things that were there from the beginning, that you noticed, and you made certain decisions, and then things that you didn't connect, and you begin to connect the dots about all this, and then you go to Pluto in Aquarius, which is like the all-encompassing totalitarian, or going out of the cult. But then people are like seeking their tribe, which began in Pluto in and the whole like doing for the community, which is another form of tyranny when it's washing. but it's also a necessity. So I'm going to top this oil. Not yet. I'm not going to top this oil yet because I want it to be like at least 50%, and it's not even close, because I want that to be very strong. This is, and some blue chamomile. I so missed blue chamomile. This month I didn't buy new oils, which is like, I don't regret what I did do with my money. But I invested it in more on the courses that I learn and so on, and less on like material things that are not like necessities. I just made the necessities a bit extra, like my eco sandals, which I like. By the way, Birkenstock, they don't really hold if you're walking and you have like me, you know, weird shapes with your feet. They're great, they're lovely. It's just not going to hold, and you can't fix them. Like, they don't give you a place where you can fix them. So it's kind of like, oh, just so you'll know. Have to put some orange because, hey. Now, for a night version of this, if it's like winter and you wear socks, I would recommend to add tagetes, but we're not going to do it today. This is a tiny bit of rosewood. I really like the rosewood. I don't need a lot from it. It's very holistic into the mix, and it already changes the scent. I don't add the blue lotus here because I have it in the bottle of Mishap. I'm going to use it as ground because I finished all my oils on this. And that's a body oil. Some anise if I have left. And this is anise star. There is anise and then anise star. Both of them great for like, this is one you don't want to use if you're taking estrogen or if you have estrogen related issues. Because it imitates the activity of estrogen. This is anise star. And of course, can't do without the oranges. Now, if you're wondering, Sheila, what about the frankincense? What about the myrrh? What about the raisins? Well, I don't have them. Give me money, I'll have them. I have a PayPal. It's made to love magic one. And I still need to like change my passport or something. So if you feed me, I will have more oils to talk about, and I source them from non-pyramid schemes. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna put it out there. I source them from non-pyramid schemes. I'm not saying it's like 100%, you know, ethical sourcing. I haven't been. It's not like a home distillery. Haven't gotten there yet. Okay, I like the orange. It's not anywhere close to the percentage I want it to be, but I don't know if I want to sacrifice more oils. Sacrifice this, I sacrifice this. I don't want. Okay, so let's see. What else can I put there? Yeah. I do want. Okay, I think more. More time would be appropriate because I want this to really be strong. Remember what I said about Mars conjoining Jupiter? I think this is what's happening. I want it to really be strong. I really miss the carrot seed. I don't find my carrot seed oil. Maybe I finished it. And carrot seed oil has a property to it where for some people they say it is very I don't know, calming, centering. I find it purges my rage. It really tends to my rage, but in a very direct way. Might put some more myrtle, yeah, and some mint. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer. Where is my mint? There it is. Okay. Mint is an excellent awakener. You don't want to use it before sleep unless you use like other psychedelic stuff. I mean psychedelic effect, not like psychedelic. And you usually don't put a lot from this, but because this is for nails and releasing stagnations, and because it's like Archangel Michael, let's bring Archangel Michael here to calm us down when we become aware of what the heck is going on. Clove, appropriate. So all of those are not something you would put on the skin. This is not even kind of like a tuning oil or something like that. You simply put it on your nails, okay? Toenails and hand nails. And you let it do its job, because this is going to either calm you the fuck down or bring in something that is cathartic into your life. Not into your life, but from more out of you. Okay, to purge anything, any catharsis that you need to purge. Get the fuck away from something that's not serving you, to stop certain habits. All of that. It's kind of like nuking your stagnation. And this is why I like to tend to nails. And I think it's necessary, especially if you've been trying to, like, if you're like me, you've been trying to tend to your teeth and something's getting stuck there. A little more, sisters. Just a tiny little bit. You see that, oh my God, if I need new sisters. This is killing it. But no, it's just a tiny bit to blend with everything. This one, well, the bitter orange I can't put in this. It's just, these are all really expensive ones. And my orange fillers, I think that's okay. It's kind of like not 50%, but there's also oils in the mixture. And this is so good because this is blended also with coconut oil, avocado oil, all those lovely things. And that is going to be my little blend here. Yeah. Okay, very fresh. Very fresh. I'm just gonna try it on, not in front of the camera. But, and by the way, when I used to make like blends for people, I always made sure I'm the one using the first drop, so I can get kind of like the message. So let's see what kind of message am I getting from this blend as I use it. Oh, hello. And we have a bunch of kittens here. You just see that I'm kittens friendly, and they take advantage of it, which is what they're supposed to do in nature, I guess. I feel the mint and I love it. I feel the clove and I love it. It's something very refreshing, I have to admit. Something refreshing, kind of childhood related stuff. I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. Oh, strong. Of course. I put my hands right next to my... You don't smell essential oils with your hands very close to your Yeah, with your hands very close, because this is very strong. So you want to maintain your skin inside your nostrils. I'm not joking. Something very fresh. I really like all the mint I put in there. That's what I gotta say. Maybe I'll call it Archangel Michael oil. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna bring in the Procyon and Spica. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring in the Procyon and Spica into the forefront. Where are my stickers? Oh. And I'm actually using the oil that I made for Urano Algo. Not yet. What's appropriate? I'm not going to put it there yet. But where are my stickers? Okay. I have a shine like star. I think I'm gonna top it with that. Shine like star. And I definitely need to put some oil on my face because I just put the mixture. And this is a little mishap for y'all. Reminded me of its existence. Yeah. We blend essential oils with oil, so if you put a little bit more, or you kind of like rubbed your eyes or something, hopefully you didn't do any such thing. But if you did, this is what you do with that. So I'm gonna just shine like stars here. No, I'm gonna put it actually here. No, I'm gonna put it. It doesn't stick. Whatever. You don't want to stick? No, because it's oily. Okay. Just put it somewhere. I'm going to put it on my bottle of mishap. Right, I put it on a black. No, black writing on a black. That's the way it is. So, that's my little nail trick for today. It's not too much of a high percentage, but it's good when you want to keep something from being stagnant. And it's actually smells pretty good too. Very, very refreshing. I wouldn't put it right before you go to sleep because all of the mint, but definitely, and it's important. This is natural stuff, so if you put like nail polish or something like that, don't put it like right next to the oil, because it's going to mix in and bring in toxins into your bloodstream. Same with when you hair condition and stuff. That's the thing to remember, because they cross the blood-brain barrier. So yeah, don't poison yourself. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed.